The film's going to be in the park here. It's going to be like lots of vox pops just like this put together. And
I only learned what a vox pop was the other day. It's the Latin term is, what is it? Voice of the people.
do you know what's in that box beside you?
Oh,
Statue.
some colonial fellow, I guess, some colonial bureaucrat.
I've got no idea. I didn't even know it was there.
Neither.
I've got no idea. I'd imagine they're empty. They look quite empty.
No. Or is it a time capsule? Yeah, no, I guess I've never really taken any real notice.
Is it a man?
It is a man. We know that.
It's a bronze of a man.
I don't know, some old white man. One of them.
I don't know his name, but it has
Is that
been
John
interesting.
Franklin?
It's a statue of some white man. I don't know that much.
Was it a colonizer?
Yeah.
I'm not sure who it actually is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Some brutal man from colonial times.
Yes.
Perhaps.
I have not the slightest clue of what's in that box.
A statue of some colonial dude? I don't recall his name. I never bothered to look at it.
No idea.
I have no idea.
Saint Franklin?
No, I wouldn't know.
No.
I can't quote the name of the statue though, or who it's of.
Oh, don't know.
It's one of the old colonizer statues, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of its name though.
Some dirty old colonist. Oops.
Yes, the statue.
Do you know who of?
I can't remember his name. It's like one of the governors, first governors.
Is it Crowther in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad they put him in a box.
Do you know what's in the box?
Yeah, William Crowther, his dog, him off.
Thanks. If I was to tell you it was a statue of William Crowther, does that mean anything to you?
I've heard the name, but I can't put a face. William Crowther.
William Crowther. No.
I'm not too sure what his significance was to Tasmania and why he's actually there.
Because I had no idea who it even was. I mean,
neither.
they always did that teacher.
Apparently he wasn't a very nice person.
He was abusive towards Aboriginal people, I think.
Known as a grave robber. Particularly awful individual, really.
You know, going on to rob Aboriginal graves and send remains around the world.
Living in Hobart, you don't necessarily know who he is, but once you get to know a bit of the history, the fact that he dug up our ancestors' remains and was a part of them getting displayed and part of them being considered important objects for science.
So this is how some of these remains of the First Nations people ended up on exhibition in England.
Yeah, some of them are still there. They're not on exhibition anymore, but they won't give them back.
What?
White man chopped off black man's head. Scum, basically.
A lot of people aren't happy with having statues like that around because of like the genocide that they caused. Like I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's nice, and then I like do research at home. And I'm like, oh my god, like this actually happened.
You know, even if you're not Aboriginal, you get sickened by it. But like being an Aboriginal person, it's even more disheartening that this is still being told here.
It doesn't say anything on the plaque about the deeds he did.
Nah, it just says about how honourable he is and how special he is to the colony.
It's pretty despicable to have something like that on display, to be honest. From an Aboriginal perspective and from an inclusive perspective of all Tasmanians, to be honest.
Like it's probably a bit insulting to the Aborigines.
You look at the history of it, for the modern day it's pretty confronting.
Bit disappointed we've got a statue of him, really. It's pretty horrible. I'm really not sure why anyone would want to keep that there.
Discrimination and a mockery of us blackfellas, basically. To put that in that square on us.
Maybe the box needs to stay there.
What do you think about having a statue like that in our city park?
So is this the reason he's been packed up in a crate?
Yeah.
Because he's not worthy of of our eyes.
Everyone's always like, oh, it's part of your history, but like also we don't need to celebrate that part of our history and put a statue up on it.
Yeah, not like we should forget that happened, but we shouldn't have a statue about the person
Commemorating
who
the
did that
people
stuff.
who made people suffer.
We shouldn't forget that happened.
We should never celebrate that.
Yeah. Bit upsetting,
Yeah,
especially.
I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, it's upsetting. I really don't think it needs to be up, actually.
Is that what we want in society as someone that we respect and look up to? I don't think so.
It should get taken down.
Yeah,
Demolished.
I can't believe that it's there.
This is one of the main parks in the city and it's got this block here.
Oh, I'd be quite happy to pinch a front end loader and dump it in the Derwent.
I'm saying no. I don't believe that he should be there, especially if he was stealing graves and stuff like that. Nah. I'm saying no.
I'd suggest it be removed from Franklin Square. Personally, I'd like to see it removed.
Yeah, it's not necessarily someone who should be reviewed with a statue.
Not be put here, somewhere else, in a museum maybe, for, information purposes.
No, I think the statues should say that. Why not? This is past history. You can express at them or do what you like with them.
Why go to the effort of celebrating someone who has done terrible things?
It'd be a bit dramatic, it'd be a big statement to have it toppled or something, but I definitely think it should just be removed.
Taken down. And destroyed. Or remade into something that's a bit more appropriate.
Stupid. It's much better than box.
If it upsets people, I think that the statue should be not there.
It's probably time for it to go.
Tear it down.
No, absolutely no.
I'd be happy if it was gone.
Put something better there.
So I don't think people will miss if it is gone.
Could go into a museum.
Probably not the best choice of people.
Be not a great look for the city, I guess. Who knows, melted into something and turned into a piece of art.
I think it's reasonable for it to remain and to move on, but to have the interpretation, it's still part of history.
So if they're not going to remove it, tell the actual story, not make it seem like the dude's a hero.
What has happened, so let's tell the whole story.
Instead of this colonial propaganda.
Kind of disgraceful that Hobart would display that. I don't think it represents what Australia is about today. I reckon that could be replaced with something a lot more beautiful.
I think I should put it in a museum.
Perhaps out Government House area way.
As a white person, I'm ashamed of the way we treat the Aboriginal people, even to this day.
I wouldn't approve of it either if I was a local.
Probably should have been taken down a good amount of time ago.
Almost every person I've talked to who actually know the context of the history don't want it there.